20th, 2021. We would like to take this opportunity to welcome our new village attorney and his team, Lisa Perillo and Timothy Hill. We wish you the best of luck and look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you for the privilege of serving you and the people of the village of East Hampton.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda are the minutes of April 6, 2021. Are there any questions or corrections? If not, may I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. The next item is Guildhall, and this is the sculpture that's being presented. Is Guildhall, is the applicant present?
Yes, let me unmute them.
Sarah Chapman.
Ms. Kerwin, you're on the line.
Sarah Chapman?
Yeah, she's for Guildhall, the sculpture.
I'm not presenting for the sculpture. I'm presenting for the
Oh, sorry.
for the banners.
Let me find Hi, is this Guildhall on the line? Hi, caller, you're on the line.
Guildhall?
I can.
Hello?
Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Hi, caller, you're on the line. Are you for Guildhall?
Shall we just go to the next until
Yes.
we can find them?
Right. The next, why don't we do is Guildhall with the banners? Is the person from Guildhall present for the banners?
Yes, Amy should be on the line.
I am. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
can you give us?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Can you give us a description and let's talk about that for a moment, please?
Absolutely, and I think you were all sent the presentation ahead of time.
Yes.
Jody does have it if you need to see it, but
Let's talk about that for a moment,
yes.
please.
Absolutely, and I think you were all sent. Oh, sorry, I was having like an echo, so I just want to make sure. So we had presented to the mayor and the trustees a couple of weeks ago that we're asking, if possible, to hang banners similar to what Sag Harbor and Southampton have done on the street posts. The recommendation from the mayor was to use every other post, essentially from Guildhall, to up Main Street to Newtown Lane, down to Newtown Lane, around and back, which is approximately 46 poles, where we would hang alternating banners that have a special branding for this is our 90th year. So it's all about celebrating 90 years of Guildhall and the community, and every other banner will have a statement like art lives here, but each one will have something like art lives here, theater lives here, music lives here, education lives here, and then also those are every fourth one, and then every second one in between will have an image from our 90-year history with a statement along the lines of 90 years of community engagement, depending upon the image. And I sent some examples in the presentation that you had been given. So just so you get an idea of approximately what they'll look like. And the dimensions are also on that. I think I have it in front of me. I'll pull it up. The dimensions are 23 inches wide by 43 inches tall, which is what have been provided by the village. And like I said, there would be 46 in total, 23 that have this various statements: art lives here, theater, and then one side would be in English, one side would be in Spanish with those statements, and then the various images from the 90 years. Yeah, so we just think it's a really great way to not only draw attention to Guildhall and our 90 years, but also to remind the community that we're here for them and we are a gathering place for the community, and hope that people will come. And I think they'll also be really beautiful and add to the overall aesthetic of the village.
Okay. Do we have any input? Bob Hefner, any ideas, input?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think that as far as the historic district is concerned, they're not really, something like that is not really subject to review, temporary thing. So I don't see any issue with the historic district.
Okay.
I believe the village board reviewed it and, approved it.
Yes. Okay. So can I have a motion? Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay, then the next item on the agenda is the Stop and Shop at 67 Newtown Lane. We were all given the specifications for this earlier, and as you know, we went through it. So do we have the applicant present from Stop and Shop?
Do we have a name for the applicant? Let me just
Kevin
unmute.
O'Sullivan?
The name given is, it says Chris Whiteman. What's that?
All right, I'll unmute one at a time and see if they're on.
Stop and Shop Supermarkets, Roberta Hammer.
Hey, caller, are you on for Stop and Shop?
No.
Okay, go to the next caller. Caller,
Hello?
are you on for Stop and Shop?
This is Kevin O'Sullivan. I'm the architect.
Yes.
Oh,
Stop and Shop.
Can you
Hi,
hear me
Kevin.
now?
Yes.
yes. Can you give a description of the project, please?
Sure. It's a covered canopy above the loading area. It's open on all sides, so it's just a roof structure supported by some columns. It's a little over 800 square feet. The purpose is just to provide some weather protection for the trucks during the unloading process. It's at the back of the building, so it's not visible from the front parking lot. And the materials will match the existing canopy that's on the side of the building right now.
Are there any questions from the board? Anybody has any concerns?
Has this gone before the zoning board?
It doesn't have to go before this board.
You finally got on.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning. I just got on.
We had a time getting
I
on.
had a time getting on this morning.
Yeah. This application does not have to go to the ZBA. It's not in that jurisdiction.
The
Wasn't
building
that-
department
what-
made that determination.
Yes.
Okay, because I thought they came before us and okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, there was some confusion early on about whether or not a variance was required, and then it's been since determined that no variance is needed. So
Right.
Okay.
So with this, do I have a motion?
I'll make
It
the
looks
motion.
It looks fine to me. Is there a
Okay.
motion? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll give it a second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next item on the projects is the Blue Parrot at 3133 Main Street. And we have not received the receipt of authorization from the property owner. So we're gonna table this until we receive all the documentation. Okay. The next item are the planters. The first one is the Fairfax project at 39 Main Street. You all received this?
Yes.
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 Is the applicant present?
Let me unmute the callers.
I didn't get it.
Hi, are you calling for 39 Main Street?
Planner.
Planters.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Hi, caller, you're on the line. Let me try the next caller. Hi, caller, you're on the line. 39 Main Street.
And let me note that both the Fairfax Dorn projects and the Pace Gallery planter permit applications are down the alley by Starbucks.
Yes, right.
Hmm.
Yeah, it does. If you go to the application for planters for that, you notice that they're right side by side. There is that alleyway.
Caller ending 0230, you're on the line. I have two callers on the line, but neither caller is talking.
Okay, so why don't we, maybe we could skip the Fairfax and have Pace Gallery. Is there a person, do we have the applicant for Pace Gallery?
They might recognize them as 68 Park Place
Yes.
and or 70 Park
Right.
Place.
Is that applicant on the line, or?
Caller ending with 1939, you're on the line.
This is 1939. Our application is for 14 Main Street.
Okay.
For planters.
Okay, could you
Let's
present
go with that one. Yeah,
Let's go with that.
that's J. Crew.
Jake Crew.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay. Jake Crew? Yes,
we
can
would-
you
Hi.
describe the project, please?
Yes, we'd like to place 4 planters, 2 on either side of the entrance doors that are fiberglass, and they would be white hydrangeas, and they would be on a weekly care program from John Minnie.
Right. And what is the approximate size of these planters?
The
Oh, I
size of the
see.
planters are 40. I'm sorry, they're 30 inches high, 36
Right.
inches wide, and 12 inches deep.
Okay, and they're all in white. Are there any questions on this item, on this application?
Do we have any height restrictions on those planters? Do you know of?
The planters themselves will be 30 inches tall.
30 inches tall.
So it looks like they won't be higher than the beginning of the window. The window, like the bottom part, it looks like that's about 30 inches. So they won't block the windows
Yep.
or anything like this.
Yeah.
It looks lower.
All right.
Right. But anybody else has any questions about this? Bob, anybody? Okay, no. Then I don't see anything wrong with this. This looks in keeping. May I have a motion to approve that?
Yeah, I'd like to just ask one thing. What are you going to plant in the planter?
There'll be white hydrangeas.
Yeah. So you're talking probably about 5 foot high. I don't know how high.
They should be the like short hydrangeas.
Oh, the short ones? All right.
Yeah.
Not that it blocks your window.
I believe they're called dwarf. Am I correct? Dwarf hydrangeas.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other questions?
I could just respond to Cheryl's question about the height.
Sure.
Maximum height is 3 feet for a planter, so this is okay. 12 inches in depth and 3 feet in height.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought there
Thank
was.
you. Billy, thank you. Okay, may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Ann. And may I have a second?
We'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Shall we, is the applicant here for the sculpture at Guildhall? Did somebody just come in on that online? Do we know?
No, there's no additional callers on the line. Only Amy from Guildhall.
Mr. Chairman, do you want me to address the sculpture?
Yes, please.
Because we have, I mean, we periodically see these applications for sculpture, essentially one replacing the other. And in our Main Street Historic District, we do have, very, very simple guidelines for the sculpture at Guildhall. One is that it be less than 12 feet tall, in other words, under the eaves of the building. And this one is, I think, 11 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
So that conforms. And the other is that it is in scale with Guildhall. And this is a very slender sculpture, so there's no doubt that it is in scale with Guildhall. So I think it meets the criteria in the Main Street Historic District for the sculpture display at Guildhall.
Great. And any other questions? We all received from Pam, the outline of the sculpture. I think it looks quite nice, and it would be a nice addition. They're going to remove the other sculpture, which has been there for quite some time. Anybody else has any questions?
That'll be there for what, 30 days?
2 years.
I think that's the limit that they put on it back in 78.
Yeah. I don't
It says on the application 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know the time period. I don't believe it stated the time period.
It did.
Well, I know
back
that
in 89, they have it on my paper here. Let me see. I thought they had a restriction. You could only have it for 30 days.
Well, I know the last sculpture has been for quite a while. I don't know. Pam, do you have any idea on that?
I took a look at that paperwork, Mr. Chairman, and I don't recall seeing a 30-day limitation.
Yeah.
But if there were, whoever issued the limitation could certainly waive it. So that would just have to be another administrative step that would have to be taken, but it wouldn't affect anything that this board needs to do.
Yeah, well, it said the period of time between the sculptures will not be less than 60 days. That's a 30 or 60 days. That was what we approved the 2 sculptures back in December of 1989.
Right, but that was peculiar to those 2 sculptures, that one application. It seems.
Yeah, that was 2.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but again, under the doctrine of legislative equivalency, even if that were a lasting prohibition, this board can modify it for this particular application if it wishes.
And I think, Mr. Chairman, I think it was a few years ago that the board did alter that restriction to 30 days and allowed, I think the last one was at least 1 year, maybe more.
Right, right.
So this has been in place for a while, that there's only there in the sculpture changes, but not that quickly.
Yeah, Bob Hefner is correct on that, because I believe the last sculpture that's existing right now, it's in red, has been there at least maybe 2 years now with the COVID problem. So I would say it's been there maybe 26 months. So I could see that we could. I agree with Vincent Messina that I think that this sculpture is fine as far as the length of time.
Is there any lighting on this sculpture?
It did not show any lighting. Does anybody have any specs on on lighting? I didn't notice anything.
Doesn't say anything about lighting.
But I believe lighting exists already there, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's on the building.
Yeah. I think there's lighting in the ground somewhere. Maybe it's a little spotlight or something like that. But since they did not apply for lighting, I don't see anything wrong with the approval of the sculpture. And they're not going to, they can't add the lighting without our approval.
Very good.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve this sculpture? Yes, thank you very much. And do I have a second?
I'll give it a second.
Thank you. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And, okay. So the two planters that are existing, the two applications, they could visit us at the next meeting. Is there anything else on the agenda, Pam?
No.
Anything? Does anybody have any questions regarding any of the items we covered?
Did anybody have any questions about the two proposed planters?
Okay. Yeah, is there any questions about that? If not,
Are the sizes in keeping with what they, the restrictions on that?
They next go to the building department for review to make sure they are in keeping.
Okay. I think the plant material that they proposed is, I like that they're changing it every season and looks quite nice.
yes. So if it doesn't, so does anybody have a problem with that, or does somebody want to make a motion? Would anybody here like to make a motion?
I thought we did.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, thank you. And do I have a second?
Give it a second.
Okay, so the two planters at for 39 Main Street and 41 Main Street are approved. Okay. And any other questions in general about anything? Pam, any questions?
Nope, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then may I have a motion to adjourn?
We're making a motion.
Thank you, Cheryl. And do I have a second?
I'll second.
And thank you. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, I wish everybody a great day. It's beautiful out there, and welcome to spring.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Have a great day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all. Thank you for
Bye.
Have a good one.
participating. Thanks a lot. Thank you.